Welcome back everyone. So we are going to log in as Nikhil in this session, and I'll open a new incognito and I'll visit the sign in URL that I copied earlier. In the sign in page, I'll enter the username as Nikhil and then enter the password and click on sign in. So once I'm signing in for the first time, I need to do some chores on the console, so I'll just do that. And then I'll open EC2, I'll open Cloud9, and as well as open Systems Manager since I need to test my access for all those services. So I'll navigate to the EC2 dashboard, and from the dashboard I'll click on Instance Running, and I'll select the cafe server, the dev cafe server, and you can see I'm able to read the details from it. So it means that our read-only policy is working. I'll copy the IPv4 address of the dev cafe server and visit it in another tab. And this is the HTML file in the cafe server. So I'll add /cafe so that I'll be able to access my cafe web server and my cafe website or cafe application. And we can see that I can see it in full function. Now to test the other policy, you remember it was a read-only policy. So let me try and then reboot this instance and we'll see what will happen. And then an error appears that Nikhil is not authorized to perform this action, and this is expected because the rights that we gave to Nikhil is a read-only access. So the next thing to check is the Cloud9 access, right? So I'll head to the Cloud9 environment and I'll navigate to shared with me. And from here, I can open the IDE environment associated with the Dev Cafe server. Now on the window, I will just click on OK for this prompt and I will rearrange my screen as well. So once Nikhil is able to access the IDE environment on the Dev Cafe server, then it means that the policy is in effect, or the policy was successful. So I will navigate to the index.php file for our cafe application and I will do some edits in there and see that if we'll be able to do that. So it means that Nikhil also has right access. So I'll just edit line 13 and I'll add dev site. So instead of the cafe website reading cafe, simple like that, the header should now read cafe dev site, right? So I'll do save, I'll save the changes and I'll head back to the cafe application. I'll refresh for some time because the interface might be cached, and then you can see that the changes has effected after some few refresh. Now to test the connectivity, I'll navigate to menu and I have an access denied, and this is expected because currently in the parameter store there might be some credentials that haven't been configured correctly because the cafe server used to be on a local database and then now it has been moved to an RDS instance. So that is a dev environment, right? Has been moved to an RDS instance, and the user is different from what is on the local database. The local database has root, so that is what it's still having in there, right? So we need to edit that, and we have to do that in the parameter store to reflect that of the RDS instance and not the local database. So let's try and then make these changes as Nikhil and see. So I'll head to the Systems Manager tab, and then under Application Manager I'll head to Parameter Store, and there is an error which is expected because Nikhil doesn't have this permission to perform this task or even access the parameter store. Nikhil's access rights was EC2 read-only access and an AWS Cloud9 environment member. So Nikhil's permission only ends there and nothing else. So to clear all doubts, we'll head to the production server now, and I'll copy the public IPv4 address, open a new tab in the same window, visit it, and then add /cafe. And the production application is in full function. I'll head to the menu and then even try placing some orders, and I should do that without any problems. So this confirms that the production server doesn't have any issue. So the only problem is with the dev cafe server. So for us to remediate that, we need a user that have the permissions to edit parameters in the parameter store. So that will take us to our next video where we will create database administrator group and then also create a database user account, and we'll give that user those permissions to perform these actions. Right, so I'll end the video here and I'll see you in the next video.